I know this is a toughie. On the full disclosure, our first show of this week, me and Bobby together, is this right now, which is coming out Thursday. You're listening to this on a Thursday, and me and Bobby have so much to catch up on.
So much.
So everyone's very familiar already at this point with my crazy big news, but I can't tell it now, and none of you guys know it.
Because you know it.
Huh?
Because they know it.
They already know it.
And they already know my big news.
And they already know your big news also.
Yeah.
We have such big news, but you already heard it.
You already heard it.
And that's the Terminator timeline. That's the paradox we live in.
I heard it.
Huh?
Yes.
I heard it Tuesday, live.
Oh, yeah, live.
You heard it live.
You already know my big news.
You already know my big news.
But you don't know it yet. Terminator timelines.
Right.
But you know
This is Kyle Reese being born, not knowing that his very father is, or John Connor being born, not knowing that his father's from the future.
I got
you see what I'm saying?
Got it?
This is big. I'm about to find out
You already know.
what I
You
already
already know.
What
But you
I
already
already
know.
know. I'm going to find out what I already know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right now, in the world, as we speak, when people are listening to this, anyone this is touching, they and you are already very aware.
Very aware.
I haven't come back in time
No.
No.
yet.
No.
Yet.
No.
But you don't know yet.
In a little bit, we're going to go
But in a few hours, you'll be past this moment.
and we'll be there. And then
It's a
you'll
lot
know.
it's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
a lot to
In a
take
few hours, you'll be past this moment, which is not happening until Thursday.
Right.
Yes.
And we
You will be 2 days ahead of the game with knowing nothing right now. But as we speak to the people, you've known this for days.
Yeah, they already know
excited.
what a silly bitch you were when you came into the studio and the outrageous
They are already aware
things
of
that
that.
you said. They're already aware of that.
Yeah, when you came in super
Well,
stoked
no.
up.
Jacob right now knows that already.
Yeah, you already know that.
Jacob, that knows it. And we all know that
Present Jacob knows
you are
all about that.
You're capable of saying the gayest thing that's ever been said
Yes.
on planet Earth.
I'm so
I
happy
don't
to see
deny
all.
that.
I'm so happy to see all you guys, and I'll tell you, because
I'm happy to see you. You don't know how happy I'm seeing you. You know how happy I am. Lou knows how happy I am to see you.
Yeah, you're very happy to
Jacob.
see me.
Jacob knows how happy I am to see
you're very
you.
happy to see me.
I'm so happy. I'm looking across at you right now.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because
I guess on Tuesday we probably talked about the craziness of Monday, and I'm already aware of that, even though I don't know it now.
I'm just glad that you have your headphones on and that you listen.
Yeah, I do listen.
You listen.
Yeah.
You're a listener.
Well, that's how a conversation goes.
That's how a radio should go. You listen. Well, I speak and I listen while you speak.
Yeah.
And we all listen.
Sure.
Yeah. And I'm glad that's back in the show.
And sometimes there's got to be like a give and take where it's like someone starts talking, but someone else has a thing, and you got to time yourself and rhythms, and
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't have that, huh?
I mean, well,
We already talked about
we
this
already
on
talked about it.
Tuesday.
Everybody knows. So let's just move on.
But I can tell you something that happened today that is not time sensitive in any way. That I can tell you is, I at this point in my life, Uber drivers are the thing that most get me fired up in the world, where I just can't understand what it is they're doing. Almost every other day that I'm coming to work, I call an Uber and it says it's going to be here in 3 minutes for 7 minutes. And because most of the time you're just counting, like, it must be 7 light changes before this guy, because what they do is they accept it and they go take a piss somewhere inside of a store and grab something, and then they're not in a rush. It doesn't matter that it says 1 minute away on your thing. They clearly stop and do shit after they take the call. And then they go and they think we're across the street from where we are a lot, even though it's definitely, the address is correct. And then it's me and Christine. I'm losing my cool. I'm screaming across a 4-lane street. Do you know what I mean? I'm screaming across.
Oh, we all know where the street is because of Christine.
Yeah.
Just Google it right now. You can see the street he's talking
But
about.
I'm screaming across a 4-lane street. Like I'm like, sir, turn the fuck around. Like, he has to U-turn.
Yeah.
The way he comes to get to us, and you just see him. He looks everywhere but me, and and then there's a zillion cars coming. And I got to run across. Dude, I almost kicked this fucking car today. I pounded it with my fist, for sure.
You hit the guy's car?
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
And you had to get in it?
Yep. What did he say when we first got in?
I said, how are you guys doing? I said, a bit frustrated.
How are you guys doing? What a dope. He just kept that, like, pleasant demeanor while he fucked up left and right, which is almost more irritating. He got in the car, and I'm like, sir, like we're in a rush and like we're screaming at you. The address is across the street, always. And he goes, oh yeah. And then he just starts driving. And this guy is driving.
You thought the conversation, you thought you were going to change him with words? You thought maybe
Wasn't
he'd be like...
dude, this was a straight up fucking shaloub and quick change, dude. This guy was, with the hard though? And so then he goes and he gets on, we get on 7th Avenue, which is what we come down to get here. And as we're coming down 7th Avenue, he's just, I mean, when the road's open, he's topping out at 12, 15 miles an hour.
Oh, really?
And you're just like looking at him catch these lights. And we don't have to go. It's like 7 blocks.
Yeah.
Like, please, sir, move this thing. And then he's getting in lanes where there's a car turning while everyone's passing on the right. And I'm rarely, I'm not combative like that at all or confrontational. And I mean, I was just like, dude, you have to be kidding. Like, you're the slowest driver I've ever seen.
You did it. You said it.
Oh, yeah. He goes, hey, it's Manhattan. I go, right. Move. Stop standing in every single fucking line you get. It's crazy.
I can solve your problem right now.
Move and drive in.
You want me to solve your problem?
What? Yes?
Tandem bike.
Me and Christine on a 2-person bike.
Yep.
Like
you
Doublemint twins.
Tandem bike. You keep it out in the little lobby in your place. I see them. They have a bike spot. Every day you get on the tandem bike. You put Christine on the front. You get on the back, so she does most of the hoofing.
No. Well, I like that. I like that she would hoof.
Yeah.
But I think I'd have to do the hoof. I think you could both do the hoof, but only one handlebars does anything, right?
The front handlebars, yeah. The other one's just holding on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so just kick back. Get a little basket for your bags.
Okay.
You can put your bags on the back. Your Starbucks.
Should we get the 3-person one? Now, just hear me out, just in case it's one of those days where you're going to drive and park by my place and we come to work together.
You might do that. Or Paco is over at your house.
Paco, maybe.
Maybe coming in.
Okay, now here's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Do you think they'd keep that in our bike garage, Christine?
Yeah.
I don't know if it'd fit.
You keep it right down in the garage. They'll keep it down there for you.
Yeah.
Throw them an extra, $50 a month.
Just by the way, Christine, that one there particularly, and I don't know why, it looks gay. Can you get a more masculine 3-person bike?
What, the tail green, the seafoam green one?
Yeah, it really is like...
I like it has the little backs on it, though. I do like that.
Those little pink backs?
Would I love to see you guys just whipping around the city on a nice tandem.
Or, Christine, we can buy a penny farthing, maybe. One of those gigantic wheeled, small wheel bicycles. Where we have to get on it with like some kind of a ladder.
From 1910?
Yeah,
that's great.
A penny farthing.
Yeah.
Hey, how much is it to park a penny farthing per hour? Yeah.
There you go.
But it's only for one person. Christine, can you see if there's a tandem penny farthing?
I don't think they made a tandem penny farthing, but you get 2.
2 penny farthings?
Get a big one for you and get a smaller one for Christine.
What's a small penny farthing?
Well,
Tandem penny farthing.
Oh my God. Oh, please get that. Please get
I want
it.
to see the two of you riding that so bad.
Listen, when I get a house, I would absolutely get a tandem penny farthing just to have it and see if we could do it.
Keep saying penny farthing. It's gonna be stuck in my head.
Yeah. Well, you have to get a penny farthing.
How did you whip penny farthing out? How did you get that reference?
That's what the big wheel, small wheel bike's called.
A penny farthing. Is that the guy who made it? Penny farthing?
No idea what the story is.
Dr. Penny Farthing. He was a dentist. And then he came up with this idea to get to work quicker.
Hey guys, how about an extremely inconvenient, impossible bike to get on?
Yes, Jacob?
Can you get something that's worse than a horse?
You got it.
What do you want? Some head in the middle of the show?
What are you guys doing?
You want Lou to give you some head? All I heard was head. Yo, give me some head.
That'd be hot if they started just...
The name came from the British penny and farthing coins. The penny being much larger than the farthing, so that the side view of the bicycle resembles a large penny, the front wheel, and leading a smaller farthing, the rear wheel. So penny, farthing.
So your penis would be a farthing.
Yeah. I have a farthing penny. It thickens at the top. A penny farthing penis is a great description of a wiener. He goes, the front's real fat, base is thin.
I'm so glad you're back. we would have never got to a penny farthing conversation.
Oh, no, that's not. Rich Voss definitely probably wrote a penny farthing in the school.
A what?
He kept his...
I have a penny farthing.
When he kept his school books in a belt.
Me and Bonnie ride around in penny farthing. No, I love Bonnie. I love her.
Christine.
Oh, you need that. You need those pants. You need those.
Some director pants.
The pants that go out in the hips.
Yeah.
And then taper down and tuck into your Argyle socks.
And my Argyle socks for sure.
That'd be a good look for you.
Christine, we could definitely.
Never
do this.
understood the concept of the design of this bike and why it ever existed.
It's terrifying.
It's a penny farthing.
You need somebody
Well, I
to
know that.
You had to be up and away from the wolves and the Indians.
Really, I think this is a unicycle with a penny farthing behind it, is what it looks like. Because they do not seem to be. Go back to that video. Nothing happened, but they seem to not be. Oh, is there a video of it going bad? Yeah, there we go. Because I will say for sure, at the front, they're not together. Like they're just connected by a pole. It seems like, but it's like it said it's a unicycle and a bike.
I like that you need somebody to start you. You need a third person for the two people bike.
Yeah, it's like the Hindenburg. You can't just land that.
Christine, what if we get it really good?
Oh, you guys are professional penny farthers?
And everyone's going to be
Fartherings?
like, what is that? And they go, oh shit, it's Big J and Christine going to work. Penny farthing, penny farthing.
You don't think that you become a New York staple? People, just Japanese people. Oh, the penny farthing.
Have you met the penny farthing too? They're in Times Square always. Me and Christine are here always. Oh yeah, we're here for work early. We've been penny farthinging in Times Square for people. It's pretty great.
And they did penny farthing when they had no roads, like on dirt roads,
for sure.
which is that's pretty ballsy penny farthing.
Well, I'll tell you what's balls. Did you ever see was it Jackass 2? One of the Jackasses do the Jackass penny farthing when he started doing like ramp tricks and stuff. It's crazy.
On a penny farthing?
Oh yeah. I think it's called penny farthing, it's like ramp or something.
Wow, look at that.
Christine will find.
So the
She's
guy in the
so
back
good at
has to
this.
get off first.
And then the other one just hope the bet for the best. All right, that guy did it pretty smooth.
Yeah, he's a professional penny farthing.
That guy definitely is a penny fartherer.
Father?
Penny farther?
They judge it on a success by how long you can actually stay on this thing.
It's like a mechanical bull. Yeah, for sure.
It's a mechanical bull.
He goes, me and Christine made it about 2 miles to the 7 miles to work before we ate shit hard. What happened? He goes, Christine's in the ICU. I just dinged up a little bit, but turns out it's just a unicycle attached to a penny farthing.
You guys just wailed down that street right into the West River, the Hudson.
Yeah. He goes, Christine, please, you're not controlling your side. Yeah, here it is.
There's
That's
a
it.
couple different videos. Do this one here.
No, do the top one.
Okay.
Bicentennial BMX.
Now
That's what
it's
it is.
time for a little bicentennial BMXing.
So you have to step on the. Oh, they have a little pedal you step on to get up.
Still, man.
I want a penny farther.
Oh, yeah.
That looks fun.
It does look fun. I tell you what, I wouldn't do ramps on it. And they eat shit hard.
So they're going around a parking lot on penny farthings. Farthings. They have top hats on too. This is great. Is that a snowbank?
Yeah, and then they just do things that are ridiculous to do on this. Right into a snowbank.
Oh, over the snowbank into the cement.
Yeah, how different could that have gone? That's what I love about Jackass stuff. He goes,
Yeah.
what did you think was going to happen?
I think he thought he was going to go into the snow.
You didn't land it.
Actually, one of my favorite things is when they do when the guy Jackass, when he does the upside down like mouth, and he's like a Viking thing or something, and he has the scorpion pinch. Christian, you look that up. When he has the scorpion keeps stinging him in his face.
Is that the girl?
Chris Pontius. No, it's the part 2. It's Chris Pontius, and then he gets up and he's like starts like saying "ow" a lot, and he gets up and he's got the thing all on his chin like the character. Do you remember this, Lou? And he's like, I'm over it, man. It sucks. He goes, the thing was stinging the shit out of me. And then there's one of them. I don't know if it's Steve-O or something. Goes, what did you think was going to happen? Like, the whole bit was that you're going to get stung by a scorpion while you're doing this. He's like, it sucked, man. I'm over it. Like, yeah, well, that's the plan.
Well, I think you'll solve your problem if you get a penny farthing.
Farthing. Yeah, I'll be a penny farther at that point.
Pontius, right?
Yeah. This is great.
Now the day has come to slay the foul beast, devil's brethren.
This is like stand-up comedy in Amsterdam, by the way.
Yeah,
They would sell out a theater with this.
absolutely. An upside down chin face.
I actually did a show with a guy who did this for a half hour.
Sour beast. It's just an upside down chin with Google eyes on it.
Swine of the darkness. I've long awaited this blood orgy.
That's an aggressive scorpion. Oh my god. Oh. It's just stinging him over and over.
What? He breaks character completely.
What happened? Fucking over it.
You got you good right here.
I know. It's got me good a lot.
Got me good a lot.
You got bit and stung, so mission accomplished.
I'm fucking pissed.
What'd you think was gonna happen?
I he even had to like, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I wish I had it. It like blurs out.
And I was like, I'm fucking pissed.
And they did it to the girl too, but the girl just took it.
Yeah, the Botox one with Rachel.
Oh, Rachel Wolfson.
Yeah, she did it. It was gross.
Oh, that one's better.
Now, a scorpion, isn't there venom? Am I crazy? Isn't that bad?
I think maybe you can like get them non-venomous or like take the venom out of it first, maybe. I don't know. I don't know the answers. I'm making pure guesses in the wind here. But I'm vamping, figuring someone's going to look.
What?
Jacques Pepin will go mushroom picking. I
Who?
would die if I went.
I'm
Because
sorry.
how do you know?
I'm sorry, real quick. Who?
One of my
Jacob's idol.
One of my heroes.
Well,
One of your
Bobby's unaware of this, so if you could.
Wait a minute. You one of your guys? You have another guy? You have more than one guy?
Oh, he's got a guy in almost every genre.
Oh,
No,
I
but
didn't
don't
know.
you-
He's
really?
got his like sissy bow tie guy.
Yeah.
This is his.
Bow tie?
Yeah, the guys, or what is his face? The guy that you
Chippy.
like. Kirby.
Oh, Kirby Allison.
Yeah.
Bow tie.
He's got
You
a
know
sissy
him.
bow tie guy. He's got and this guy's his pan guy, I believe. The guy
No,
who
Jacques Pepin is is one of the most.
celebrity chef.
I would say the most renowned celebrity chef.
Right, but he's got but he has the best pans.
that the guy
also,
who's-
right? His-
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't make
no
pans?
No, he's
No endorsements.
he's a real.
Is that
chef.
the guy who's like kind of long hair?
older
and he's-
Frenchman?
But he's an asshole. He's kind of a jerk,
No,
kind of angry,
no, he's
Kinda
almost-
gay.
He's like the sweetest guy.
kind of trans.
Oh,
He's like
sweet.
85 now.
Is he?
You love gay guys doing stuff. Jacques
You all
Pepin.
know Jacques Pepin.
Well, here's
Oh, well.
the thing. You said like
Oh, I
there's
know
so many
him.
celebrity chefs that are way more famous than him. So I don't know
That's
how you're
not
saying
true.
that he's like the
That's
most
not true
popular.
at all.
It is
you're-
true.
No,
It is true because
he's the
we're-
most famous celebrity chef.
No, maybe
No.
maybe
Of
he's
all
the best
time.
of knowing,
No.
but
Are
as
you-
far as like civilians who aren't into this knowing his name,
There's no way you're right about
Rachel
that.
Ray,
am
Bobby
Wolfgang
Flay.
Punk.
Rachel
Bobby
Ray
Flay.
is not even a chef.
Well, she was.
She's
Jacob.
You watch the Food Network.
Jacob.
That's where you know these
Gordon
people
Ram-
from.
Gordon Ramsay's more famous than
Very
Jacques
famous.
Pepin.
You're
More
Not as
Jacques
famous
Pepin.
as Jacques Pepin.
Far more
That's-
famous.
Do
you
you know what
crazy?
famous means?
This is crazy.
Yes, I do. He's been doing television since
I'm not, ta-
1950.
I'm not
And no one
talking
knows
about
who he
renowned.
is.
I'm not talking about
That's
renowned.
Not, that's
I'm talking about
ridiculously
famous.
untrue.
Jacob, you got to back down.
You have to back down on this one.
No,
Jacques Pepin.
but he just he retired from like doing television shows. Maybe
Listen to
years
me.
ago?
Listen to me.
10 years ago, I'm 47. I only heard the name through you ever.
I want you to
And
say.
I know Bobby
you
Flay.
don't go-
I know Mario Batali.
Do you know Bobby Collins?
no,
Exactly. At one point,
which means he's not
one
not
of the
good enough.
famous, funniest show comic. Everybody
Is he
knew
a
his name.
tattooed sleeve
Rich Voss must have
tattoos?
pissed you off. Fucking Bobby Collins catching some shrapnel. You ever heard of Bobby Collins? No, you haven't.
Well, I'm just
and
saying-
he was famous at one point, and this probably hurts him to hear.
I thought he was
He was at one
Bobby
point.
Collins, the comedian. Yes, I
At-
thought you were talking about a chef named
No,
Bobby
I'm just saying. At
Collins.
one point, you know what I mean. At one point, it was a big deal, and he's not a big deal anymore. He's
You're
done.
not. You're wrong.
What I'm saying is Jacques
telling you you're
Pepin
wrong.
is the Alu Bell of celebrity chefs.
Is he famous in France? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
the world. He's more
Like
famous
in Europe?
here.
Okay,
than,
we're talking about
than-
American fame,
Yes,
real fame.
yes.
Absolutely untrue.
I-
This is crazy.
There's no way. I bet if you polled people, nobody would know who he is.
Most
wrong.
people.
Most people would not.
But do you
I
think
didn't know who he is.
if you went to 10 people on the street and
he
asked
doesn't
them,
have an ABC show where he interviews people.
You're making-
That's not a chef. To
you're
me.
making the same.
That's
You're
a
making the
famous
you're making the
person.
same argument though. You're
That's
making
not
the
a
argument
chef.
against yourself. He's not the most famous celebrity chef by far.
He might be
He's
the
most,
best.
He's
He
no.
might
I
be
would
the
say
best.
he's the most famous chef of all time, next to Julia Child.
in your house.
No,
dude, no way.
it's just not true.
You're-
If you went out and were
It's
like, do you know
insane.
Gordon Ramsay? Do you know Jacques Pepin? How many people do you think
Gordon
would say
Ramsay
yes and no
would
to
say
that?
Jacques Pepin is more famous.
Buddy, this
No,
guy
he
is not
wouldn't.
famous.
Yes.
He's not the most famous person now.
Lou, is
He
there
might have
any
been
way
at
to
one-
get
know
to
why
the show
I'm
where you
not
can go
backing
outside on
down
the
on this.
streets and ask people? Is there,
check
how do
the-
we get you? We're on the phone. We just call on the phone.
FaceTime.
No, he calls on the hotline.
Ask Nikki Dinky, who's more famous.
Let's get Nikki
You're asking
Dinky
for
on the line.
you're asking for Jacques Pepin. Listen, I say Dave Attell's the best comic of all time, but
I
if you
agree.
say he's the most famous, he's not the most famous.
No, this is different though because he has done a bazillion.
But he's
The
not.
argument, he might
he's not
be the
anymore.
best.
Jacob.
I'm not saying
Jacob,
the best. I'm saying he has the
He's
biggest
not-
body of
But
television
he's
work.
not anymore. It's over.
In the
Everything comes
70s.
to an end, buddy. He's not the guy anymore. He might be.
I still think he's.
But doesn't-
as
you-
far as being the most renowned.
How many people how
chef.
many people outside does Lou have to
His
go
name
to?
is iconic.
I got you, but how many people on the street does Lou have to go to ask if they know who Gordon Ramsay is and if they know who Jacques Pepin is before you see the difference, before you will concede to this? We just want to have a number.
I guarantee if you
20.
go, do you know who Jacques? What's his name?
Jacques Pepin?
Jacques Pepin. What does
I
Jacques
think you're
Pepin
actually
do,
bullshitting me that you don't know him.
buddy?
What?
You've never heard of Jacques
Okay,
Pepin in your
Jacob,
life.
look at me. When you brought up his photo, I go, I remember him doing stuff. Do I know what he cooked? Do I know what he's famous for? Absolutely not. But I do know who he is now
Okay.
that you showed me a picture. But you don't even have to show me a picture.
He's not even more famous than Tony Luke of Philadelphia's Tony Luke's.
You don't have to show me a picture of Gordon Ramsay. You don't have to show me a picture of Anthony Bourdain.
Bobby
Oh,
Flay.
Anthony
Bobby
Bourdain.
Flay.
You think he's more famous than Anthony Bourdain?
Jesus.
Anthony Bourdain, you cocksucker!
I mean, Jesus. If somebody likes
It
Anthony
wasn't-
Bourdain.
there was no
I forgot
overreaction, but I
about
jumped
Anthony
on.
Bourdain because he's not here anymore, but he's
Right.
so famous.
Yeah, and he's
Anthony
famous.
Bourdain did an hour interview with Jacques Pepin, his idol.
Okay, his
Showing
idol,
people
but
who he was.
he's not the. He's
No,
not,
Christine.
He's not the guy now. He was the guy, but right now he is not
Who's
the
the
most
guy?
famous.
It's
I
like
don't
the
know
actors.
who the
It's like
guy
the
is
actor
now, then.
studios guy. His hero is Gerard Chapapapi's fucking list of questions. No one knows who that guy is. The guy from studio was it James?
James Earl Jones.
Nope.
Lipton.
James Lipton is far more famous than Jacques Pepin, the guy who has the list. I'm not saying to chefs this guy isn't the guy, but fame is a different thing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Fame's a very different thing.
We have Nikki Dinky on line one.
Great.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. But set this up right. Ask her who he is.
She'll
She
know.
knows. She knows.
I don't know. She's into baking. This guy's into a bunch of other
Yeah,
bullshit.
he's into some duck shit.
Nikki, you on the line?
Hey, yo, what's up?
What's up,
Everybody,
Nikki?
celebrity super chef Nikki Dinky. I'd say the world's most known celebrity super chef, but Jacob would disagree.
I would say the hottest too.
Definitely the hottest.
Hottest.
Oh, wow, guys, I'm so glad I called in today.
Oh yeah. We're doing like a Howard Stern thing. Sit on your speaker, Nikki. And I'm no, we're in an argument with Jacob here. Jacob got pretty passionate about this unnecessarily, but now we're stuck in it.
I'm arguing with Christine also, who admits she has 5 recipes that she cooks.
Yeah.
So she's not into
she's
cooking.
awesome, so.
You're not
That's
into
not what
cooking.
we're talking about. We're talking about fame.
That's almost the point.
That's the point.
That's almost the point we're saying.
I
Fame.
still say he's more famous.
So-
Well, okay, ask Nikki.
Jacob, Nikki, I'm sure you do. I have to assume you know who Jacques Pepin is.
Yes.
Okay. Jacob's argument is that he is.
Who is he?
Who is he then?
Wait a second. Who? I've heard that tone before. Who is he?
He's a famous French chef.
Okay.
He's on the older side. He's in his probably
80s.
70s now, 80s
80s.
even, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was 85.
Yeah, oh, yeah, good.
now with Jacob's argument here, Nikki, is that Jacques Pepin is the most famous chef in the world, like ever, and that's just famous. The word famous is crazy to put it that
Like
way.
right, we're talking. He's talking
I'm not
right
even
now.
saying
Right
the most.
this second.
I'm not saying the most
He's-
successful.
He's saying the most famous right now.
Oh,
I said he
don't know
would
if I agree
retire
with
now.
that.
I said he would been
You
retired for.
don't backpedal.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, stay on your what is it
Yeah,
called
I
again?
just he's definitely well known, but when I think about famous, like notoriety, my mom wouldn't know who he is. You know?
Yeah.
Like
Her
Julia
mother.
Childs,
Her mother,
Bobby Flay.
who's 5 years younger than you, Jacob.
Yeah. She said Julia Child, Bobby Flay. Who
Bobby
else?
Flay,
Anthony
Mario
Bourdain.
Batali, Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
He's
Mario
famous.
Batali,
Mario's
yeah, I mean-
famous.
Who's the guy? Bam. Who's
Gordon
that guy?
Ramsay.
Batali, you know,
Emil.
Bam.
Emerald.
Emerald
Oh yeah, Emerald Lagasse.
Yeah.
Bam, bam,
I don't
bam.
even think he's as famous now.
What?
I think he does an infomercial show now for his
because he's
pants.
famous.
He's famous.
Because he's famous.
And he can sell shit.
Do you
How
think
about
they-
Ron
Yeah, you
Popeil?
can sell a toaster
You
oven.
think? Let me ask you a question. You think I have an infomercial for my flanker idea? Not yet. But when I become famous, I will.
He sure will.
I don't know what to
Just
tell
like
you. In my
everyone
world,
against
he's still the
Jacob.
best.
Okay.
He's still what
That's
I
not
Jacob.
what you're
watch.
saying.
That's not the question. In your world,
There's a lot of things.
means nothing.
Yeah. In your world, you
In
like.
In the world of
world.
cooking, I think he's the most revered.
Jacob,
She's a professional cook. Nikki Dinky's a professional chef.
Are you, Nikki? Would you? Now I'm talking skill-wise. Are you putting Mario
Yeah.
Batali, anyone you named
That's not
over
This
Jacques
isn't
Pepin?
Jacob. This is
No,
completely void of the
I
argument.
probably wouldn't. Yeah, I mean, you said famous, so I think the actual famous notoriety, which is for a variety of reasons.
Yeah, you
Skill
committed
set?
hard to famous.
Jacob, that's why I
still
was
think
telling
he
you
is,
that.
because I
No,
see
I
him
wouldn't say
everywhere.
that.
Just take the hit.
Yeah, we even gave you
Take
out.
the hit.
Why are you?
Because
Dude,
I still see
since
him
you simped,
everywhere.
Bobby simped, Lou is simped. Everyone does these things. You
Yeah.
take it too hard.
I still see him everywhere, so to me, he's still famous.
On
So-
your
Because you
feed?
look for him.
yeah, on the Jacob
On your
feed.
For You page?
Do you think
Yes.
Jacob's...
I was
on my-
gonna say,
my-
this
on
is
the
like
Jacob
Jacob's
YouTube page.
algorithm.
Yeah, this is Jacob's algorithm.
Your simp is
Do
infectious.
you know that it? Do
you
you
know
know
this
that
is- do
your
you know-
page is designed for you, and other people see different things?
Jacob, do you
I've
know that
said
this is
this-
how insurrections happen? Because you get bad news all the time, and next thing you know, you're storming the Capitol saying that fucking Jacques Pepin is
I've said
banned.
this before.
Chucky's Pepins is the best. I want.
I've
Jacques
said this
Pepin.
before. If a woman knew me as well as YouTube, I don't know if that's possible, but oh
It
my
will
God.
be in a few years, dude. When AI gets there, you'll be fucking your phone.
Here's the thing. You're coming. You should have said your world. In your world, women's soccer is a big thing.
Right.
In the world,
But there's a reason.
I wouldn't say that.
No, but there's a reason, Jacob, why you can buy a front row ticket for $15 to the most biggest fucking event in soccer.
I wouldn't push that. I will back down on that.
yeah, why you can run on the field and get a signed jersey during the game.
Why no one
want
cares
that.
if you attack one.
Yeah.
They won't take away your season tickets because they need people in the seats.
Yes.
Jacob, the word famous was your mistake there. The most revered, I wouldn't have even argued. I'm like, oh, maybe.
I'm doing cumulative because I know he's got more television series than anyone else.
Well, now he's
and
using-
that's what
now
I
he's
watch
using-
no
on
one's
YouTube.
seen. I bet all of his shows together, if you put together every person who's watched a Jacques Pepin,
60 years of television.
60 years of television, I promise you viewership is less than 2 episodes of Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, you're talking
I
about.
don't
You're
know.
Yeah,
talking
this
when
is on like PBS. Like
had
Bobby
3
Flay
channels.
has currently like 5
Yeah.
hit shows on Food Network.
Is his shows
Including,
mostly
of
on
course,
PBS?
social media and other
yes, it's mostly.
Is that true, Nikki? It's on PBS. Public broadcasting, you think is the most famous person in the world.
Look
Bobby
at the
Flay does
background.
not come up in the Jacob feed.
Look at this. Look
I
at
don't
the set
consider
that he's
him-
on.
Jacob, this is a new rule in the building. I need you to take a lap around the building and then come back in. Whenever crazy shit gets said, you got to go out, take a breath, and take a walk. This could happen to anybody in the building. Bobby might have to go take a breath
This
at one
all
point.
started because of mushroom picking.
All right, you're
I
right.
know.
But
It's
you,
no,
You,
it start-
twisted my mushroom picking.
It started because
it was
you
about
said-
mushroom picking, and
You
then he
said-
twisted
Wasn't
it into.
You said
because
you said the great Jacques Pepin, and Bobby never heard the name before, and I
don't.
only sort of remember. Most of it I thought was a guy who made pans, but it's because his name is Pepin, and so I was wrong about that. But I know it's a chef you like, and Bobby's never heard it.
and I want to say something. You kind of came at me like you don't know who he is. Nobody.
You
does.
said you still
I don't
believe
agree
he's,
with
you think
that
he's
at
making
all.
it up.
Nikki, do you think he's that unknown? I mean, they're being. I think they're
She
being.
just said her
over-
mother wouldn't know who it is.
I know. I don't
No,
think
she-
he's
I thought
that
she said her
unknown, but I
mother
also
would
think
know.
you have to look at like recent. No, I said my mother would not know.
Would not know.
And I'm gonna say
All
this.
right,
I
so her
think we
mother
have to
watches
look
the
at
Food
recent
Network.
years. Maybe 20 years ago.
Wait, Nikki, you just
people
got-
weren't in the
you-
know, but today.
Nick, you just got Jacob burned. I want to make sure you heard it. She said his insult was like, "Oh," and then I guess her mom just watches the Food Network. Then
Well, that's what she said.
I
My
don't
mom
wa-
would know.
Is that supposed to be insulting?
I guess.
Everyone watches the Food Network.
Yeah, not Jacob.
Not Jacob.
Jacob goes to
I don't
he goes deep
consider
cuts.
that a cooking channel.
Jacob has a VCR.
Whoa, Jacob's standards are high.
Yeah, Jacob
Yeah,
goes in the
I
dark.
actually
Jacob
watch
gets his
cooking
recipes
shows.
off the dark web.
Yeah,
I watch cooking shows, not competition cooking.
Jacob has to get his VCR out and his old tapes to watch his cooking shows.
And he recorded over other things that pop up
Yeah.
in between episodes.
Yeah, he's got the tabs pulled off, but he put tape over it so he can get more
Yeah.
episodes.
An episode of Chips comes in the middle of his show. This thing. And he's making an omelet. Wow, he's
Yeah.
really fancy.
Dude, this guy
He
rules.
looks like a great omelet. It's just Jacob. Like, what are you talking about? I love Ani DeFranco. She's on lists for greatest guitarists. I would never argue that she's like the most famous. Like, that's crazy.
And she's
But I
more
actually
famous than
believed
Jacques
it.
Pepin.
I believed it. So what do you want me to take it back?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Take it
Yeah.
back.
Jacob, you
It
have,
does feel like
I
you've been
won't.
proven wrong.
oh my God,
Yeah.
Jacob, you gotta learn to take a hit.
I don't.
It's a bizarre personality trait.
It's weird.
It's just he said anything wrong. He goes, yeah, I guess that's not true.
In your world, say your world, not the world. He is not the most famous chef. In your world, we will accept anything. Unicorns exist. Whatever you
No.
want in your world.
I'm gonna go on that. I'm gonna say
admit-
Bobby Mean coming from a different perspective of this. I will not accept that you think unicorns exist.
I will admit on air right
then
now
you're
that,
not fun.
that Bobby Flay is way more famous celebrity
I'll
judge,
argue this.
competition
I'll
judge.
say this: Bobby Flay is leaps and bounds more famous.
For judging competition
Than
shows.
Jacques Pepin.
Yes, I agree.
No, wait, Jacob, I gotta interrupt you. Bobby Flay is a friend of mine. And
Oh.
I have to say, I respect him
I know he can cook.
as a
What does
chef,
he do
like an
more?
actual chef.
I know he is.
Well-
I like his cooking. Does he
Oh,
do
well,
more?
Why are you
backpedal.
trying to be a dick
Okay.
about it?
Oh, you
Does he do more
backpedal.
competition shows or cooking shows?
Oh, you backpedal for that? He's in that. He's on
No.
TV. He's making a million
Well,
gazillions of
you know,
dollars.
let's
But
think
there's a
about his
difference
most
between
popular
cooking and
show.
competition.
He's an iron chef, dude.
Bobby, or I'm sorry.
So his most popular show, he actually competes on cooking every episode. So he does host it, but he's also
competition
competing
show.
cooking. Beat Bobby Flay. I think they've shot 700 episodes.
And this frog doesn't have his own restaurant chain.
Not anymore.
No.
No, he doesn't have a chain.
Never.
No, so Bobby has
He cooked for
restaurants now
the-
in like Vegas, but he's not doing like a New York
Yeah,
restaurant.
Gordon Ramsay has a Michelin star restaurant.
Yeah,
Yes,
Hell's
he's
Kitchen
very
is
good.
one of the best meals I've ever had in my
Yeah,
entire
dude,
life.
you're talking about a guy who made an omelet, kind of cool.
I'm not debating Gordon Ramsay's not famous.
No.
I know he is.
What
I
you're
watched
debating
one of his things
is
today.
the level of fame, for sure. In the world, you could say this,
Why does
Jacob,
this mean so much to you?
because you
I
said
watch
understand.
us. It means something
it's
to
crazy.
you.
It's crazy what you're saying.
We
Jacob.
don't care.
It's crazy what
No,
you're
but
saying.
you're really pressing this.
No, because it's no. Forget the chef argument itself. It's a weird character trait that you don't just have like a. Yeah, I may have overstated that a little bit.
Watch this. This is it. Jay,
Maybe I'm not understanding.
unicorns exist. I saw them up in Katona when I went to a new
No,
house.
I'm sorry. They're completely mythical.
Oh.
It's made up. It was probably just somebody, but somebody may have like stuck a horn
Yeah.
on like the head of like a horse or something.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. You're probably right. That's stupid. You know what? Thanks, brother. You're right. You're probably right.
Yeah, you know, thank God you said that before I said that in front of more people and looked like a real lunatic. If you want, Jacob, we can cut this whole section out so no one has to hear you say that batshit statement that
If it'll
Jacques
help you
Pepin
move-
is more famous
All
than
right.
Bobby Flay or Gordon Ramsay. Everyone, here's why I'm saying they're more
dispute
famous.
for-
Everyone I said, I can name 7 to 10 celebrity chefs. I didn't know Jacques Pepin until you said it.
I see. I'm also judging like what the shows you're talking about. You're saying a lot of competition shows.
Celebrity chef
they
is a
don't-
title.
They don't let people who do competition shows unless they're a good chef.
Right.
You have to be a great chef. You don't get into the
I don't know
Olympics
about
unless
that.
People
you're the
have to
best.
respect the chef.
Yes.
So then they get a show where they're doing something on TV where people find it entertaining because they're making bazillions of dollars doing it, of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't understand
And
that?
the argument was never who's a better chef. It's who's more famous.
Right.
That's the argument.
Yes.
Well, I was going by the Jacob feed. I don't get any of these people. So
The what?
It's a fame game. You
it's
think
an-
Nikki Dinky wanted to go on
On
Wendy
the
Williams?
Jacob
Her
YouTube
father was a Nazi
algorithm.
sympathizer like Kevin Spacey
on
said.
the Jacob YouTube algorithm, that's all that comes up.
It's design. It's
Yeah.
it's catered to you.
Yeah, it's your dude. You know what comes
Do you
up
not
on
know how
mine?
the internet works yet?
Yeah. Dude, I have bushcraft, wrestling, and trans stuff. Come up on
Yeah.
my.
Do you think when everybody goes to Pornhub right away, it's 3 pictures of a girl taking a dump on a guy's chest?
No.
You think everyone sees that? No.
No, it's just
They'll
Jay.
lose subscriptions by the millions. It just goes to me.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah, dude, it's your feed, your world, your world.
You win.
Okay, great.
No.
No, wait.
You're
Sarcastic.
right. I said you're right.
Not with the
He
tone.
is nowhere near the most famous chef in the world.
I think we've settled it, really.
Well, Jacob's just staring. He's staring blank.
He right now, 2024.
Yes, he's not.
What?
Since 2000 and whatever
Since
BC.
the internet came to be.
Since 2000 BC.
Until they got gas stoves in the house.
Until when the Food Network ruined cooking, yes.
So when
he lost
cable
his
came
title.
into play, when cable was invented,
Jacob is a real, I'm sorry you feel that way.
There are more than 5
I'm sorry
channels?
you feel that way guy, and he's dead serious about it.
Okay.
you said he's more famous than Anthony Bourdain.
He's more famous than Anthony Bourdain, Nikki. That's what he said.
You say
No, Anthony, especially when someone like dies, like an artist, like their artwork
know
is
how
worth more. Like
Let me tell you
he really
something.
took off.
If
when
he
passed away.
jerk choked himself to death, no
I
one
love
would care.
Anthony Bourdain. I
That's
didn't
right.
argue.
If you can get a
I
word
know
to him,
how
which you
famous
probably
he
can't.
is.
Here's the thing. Jacques Pepin is not that famous, so if you DM him, he'll probably answer. And if you DM him,
Not true.
you should tell him to
He doesn't have
jerk. You should tell him to hang himself
Yeah.
from a belt and jerk off to death.
Yeah.
And then
Boom.
he will probably jump a few levels and be right behind Bobby Flay and Tony Luke of Philadelphia's Tony Luke's
wait.
cheesesteaks.
Should we compare subscribers? Because he has 137,000. Should we see how
Okay.
many like Gordon Ramsay has?
Absolutely.
I
Because
think
those
that's
are
a
all
really
old.
good.
What do you mean? It's his
Barometer.
YouTube page.
Yeah, that's his page.
And
Jacob.
actually, I know
said
his
yeah.
PR person, so he even has PR on his side.
Oh my God! Let's see.
Who?
Gordon Ramsay's page.
20.8 million
All right.
subscribers.
So it's only 27,999,999.
He's still going.
Who?
I already told you. Yeah. Okay. Gordon Ramsay, you win.
Jacob, those numbers.
You win.
I know, but those
I
numbers
don't know
are
why you keep pushing this.
because now I'm almost pushing the idea that no one's heard of Jacques Pepin
No,
except
you're
you
wrong.
and Nikki Dinky.
You're wrong.
Those numbers should be mind-boggling to you.
I bet if I called 4 people, 4 out of 4 would be like, I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't agree with that.
No, because I
Yeah,
think
Blackwood, you gotta go on the
You gotta-
streets.
you
You gotta
gotta
take to the
go.
streets.
No, Nikki, do you think they're underplaying Jacques Pepin's fame?
I know why you think they're not, because in the food world he's important and he's a figurehead, but the average American, unfortunately, I don't think they are underplaying it. I think he's
Then I need
fallen
to.
off a bit.
Well, he's 85.
Tell me another stand there and paint person besides Bob Ross. He's the most famous one for sure. Bob Ross is the most famous TV painter of all times. Inarguable.
I don't know another TV painter.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, so, but no matter if there was, I promise you, there's other like painters who teach and blah blah blah. He's the most famous for sure. This guy, I'm not saying Jacques Pepin might cook circles around everybody except Nikki Dinky, circles around everybody out there, and Bobby Flay, her best friend. Besides those two, he can cook circles around all these people. Well, Jacob, make a face. Did Jacques Pepin decide to put crushed up potato chips on a cheeseburger? Did he? Did he, Jacob? I don't think he did. So think about what you say before you start making faces at me.
I mean, I'd like to try his omelet. It looked great.
I'm saying he may be by far the
famous.
best.
Craving it. I'm craving breakfast now.
You would love his omelet.
Now here's the thing. I'm so interested in this mushroom thing you were trying to bring up.
I forgot even what we were talking about.
The gay people you like.
No, what was we? I don't remember what. I lost track of the topic. You got me. Sorry, there's 5 guns trained at me. I lost my train of thought.
It didn't have to be. At some point, you could just be like, well, I guess not the most famous, but he's like a very high level, like world-renowned chef. Couldn't argue a word about that. You argued so hard, the most famous. And Christine just said, and then you get snippy when Christine comes out. I get it. Her voice is grating. Yeah. But she came at you with a thing was a famous, and you just started arguing a moot point. The fact that everybody in this room knows every of the chefs that we name, it doesn't. I don't watch any cooking shows. None. I just know these names because they're out there in the world. They exist. Wolfgang Puck. Like there's another that guy's more famous than fucking.
And he
I don't
sucks.
agree with that.
What do you mean?
Against Wolfgang,
I know the name.
Wolfgang Puck against Jacques Pepin.
Yes, there's a chain of restaurants. Everybody knows Wolfgang.
In
Puck.
fame?
No way.
In fame, you got to go on the streets.
Now
Lou,
I'm gonna.
You got to go on the street.
I will debate you on that one.
Jacob, you don't know what fame means.
Yeah.
I don't think you know what the word is.
Neither we don't either.
I must not.
But here's the thing.
I'll give you the
No, I don't know
TV
what it looks
guys.
like.
You
I know
guys
what
are
it
at
is.
least
I don't know what it feels like.
I'll
I've
give
stood
you the
next to it.
TV guys. He has a chain of restaurants. I don't necessarily agree, means.
How many people?
Think that means
how many
he's famous to people
How many
today?
people? How many people on the street? On the street, if Black Lou went out, how many people do you think? If he asked 10 people, how many people do you think would know who he is? Out of 10.
I don't know. 5 or 6.
2, 1.
Five or six. I'll bet you.
I don't know who he's going to ask.
I'll bet you.
I don't know who he's.
He'll ask
anyone. Go
Random
ahead.
people. You say
How about this?
5 people.
You know what? He's got a fancy French name, so they'll probably be like, "Yeah, I know who that guy is."
No, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Go to
don't
the most
walk it
ghetto
back.
people you see. The most ghetto. Go to those two twins, take pictures with
No,
everybody
no,
against
no.
their
I
will.
want an assortment.
Yeah,
of people.
go to that African guy selling fake Louis Vuittons.
right
Ask him.
downstairs.
The guy that talks to himself that paints.
Anyone in
that guy.
The guy talks to himself.
right out the doors.
All the black security downstairs.
And we're asking, do you know who Jacques Pepin is?
Yep.
That's
And
it.
then
That's it.
And now that's it. That was your
And
question.
then go. Do you know who Gordon Ramsay is?
that's the most simple one. Gordon Ramsay.
Or do
If
you
you
want?
say Bobby Flay in New York,
Say-
that probably is your most.
I already
your best
told
shot.
you that I turned back. So what do you need to? But I do want to know the
Because you
Jacques
still
Pepin.
think
No, but
that
now you're
Wolfgang
saying- no,
Puck
how
is
about
more
this?
is not
I
as famous
absolutely
as Jacques
believe
Pepin.
Jacques
about-
Pepin's more famous.
don't somebody
than
do?
Wolfgang
Crazy.
Puck.
Ask them Wolfgang Puck. That's the other one.
Wolfgang
Because you're
Puck's a
arguing that one.
brand.
It's just known, dude. It's no. What's the other guy? I don't know the other guy. What's the one our friend worked at the restaurants? I don't know that name either. And it was a David James. Is it what's it? What the fuck?
Oh, David
Oh, that
Burke.
guy.
David Burke.
Oh, David Burke, yeah, popular restaurateur, less
Yeah.
on TV.
All right,
Not
well,
from
I
TV.
don't know. I'm sorry.
we'll find out right now.
Oh, he's more of a restaurateur. He's not an actual chef.
Let's do it.
Yeah, he like judges a couple times on TV. He's a chef,
Gotcha.
but he's more of a
call in.
restaurant guy.
Yeah, call in.
Yeah, call in, and we're gonna do. Ooh,
Call in.
oh,
This is
I'm
gonna be
sorry,
fun.
Nikki. I'm so sorry to bother you with this crazy nonsense.
You know what though? I like feel like I suddenly had some levity in my day, and I'm like, this was a weird but awesome phone call.
Hey, Nikki.
What were we doing before this? Before we call it?
Oh,
were
we
you
also-
campaigning for Trump hard?
I gotta ask Nikki.
No,
if-
I was getting some pants hemmed. It was a real exciting afternoon.
how'd they get ripped?
That's not what hemming
No,
is.
like,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
They were too long for me. I got these wide leg Adidas like athletic pants, but they're going to be like hot. I'm very excited about them.
Hey, Nikki, I gotta ask you to do me a favor.
Of course.
Tom Papa came at me.
Oh, that's right.
Tom Papa came at me about, he's a bread guy.
He's a comedian, far more famous than Jacques Pepin.
Yes.
Okay.
He has a show on Sirius, not on Faction Talk, the hit station. It's the other one. What's he on?
Netflix is a joke.
Netflix is a joke. Him
yeah.
and his co-host, Fortune.
Fortune Feimster.
Very funny. I mean, Tom's a good friend, but he came at me about my bread, and he's saying he makes a better bread than me, and I make bread, my papa's bread, his recipe,
Okay.
and he makes his bread is sourdough, L.A. Hollywood. Everybody makes that bread.
When I did
And,
a show, he brought in purchased bread, by the way.
Ugh,
He said he usually bakes, but he didn't have time, so he bought a nice loaf.
I would never do that. If
I was
if
going
I had
to
a
say,
show,
just don't bring anything at all.
no, if I had a bread show, I would never do that. But anyways, he's going to come into town in like a month, and he's going to make his bread.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my bread, and we're going to need a judge.
Oh.
And we need
There's
you to
nothing
come
I'd
in.
want more than to eat your bread.
Nice.
I'd love for you to eat my bread.
No, but
Do you like a
I love
yeasty
bread?
bread?
Bread's
Because
probably-
my bread is yeasty.
I hope she's.
Yes, I definitely do. I like yeasty. I do love a little bit of chew if you can do it.
Mine's
I
a
like
little
crusty on the outside, moist on the inside.
Oh
Mwah.
God, mine's crusty. Papa's bread is very crusty on the outside
I
and
don't
definitely
like you calling
moist.
it Papa's bread.
It's my papa.
I know.
Yeah, daddy bread.
Yeah, daddy.
My daddy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What's happening?
No, that's not, that wasn't to
That
us.
felt like where it was going.
That wasn't to us. She's doing her OnlyFans on the other phone.
All right, so you'll come in and do that for us, right?
That sounds lovely. I'd
Awesome.
love to.
Perfect.
I'll be a bread judge with you, but I mean, if I even eat much of it, I've been dropping lbs.
You look great.
Yeah, you look at you might need some.
Yeah, I probably need a little bit of bread that day. It'll be fine. I'll make it a cheat day.
You are, and it's weird because as a guy who lost weight, I've been the guy. Oh, dude, you look great. You look great. Now, when we're together, you have taken that. People coming up, dude, you look great now.
But I'll tell you what I can never take from you.
What's that?
Breadmaster.
You can't.
I can't. That's going to be you all day. Oh, look at Dinky and Wendy Williams. Oh, remember Wendy Williams' eyes were still in her head?
More veggies, please.
Poor Wendy Williams. Did you watch the documentary, Nikki?
I actually haven't watched it. I need to.
It's rough. It's a
Or
rough
maybe I
one.
don't.
I mean, it's definitely interesting to watch, but bad people around her.
Yeah, don't look at her feet.
I know.
Yeah, she's surrounded by just
I
bad
know that.
people.
I know some of the producers definitely talked about it on their social medias and stuff, and were, not like denying it or anything, but just it was sad. I think they kind of saw hints of that.
And then I'm going to make a montage of your greatest moments with her where she's like spitting out your uncooked mac and cheese, which was her fault, or
That would be so special. I'm going to really hold on to that.
putting
Treasure it.
hot sauce on your longtime family recipe that you take so much pride in.
Wendy, I tested this recipe 40 times just to get it to this point.
My grandmother gave me this recipe on her deathbed. She goes, well, put hot sauce on it. He goes, but Wendy, it's like it's an ice cream cake. I said, put hot sauce on it.
Whoop, whoop.
Nikki, is there anything you want to plug? I know More Veggies Please still available right now on your website.
Yeah, and More Veggies Please available anywhere. And I'm going to do my own little social media test because now I'm very curious and I love social media polls. It's like the best thing about Instagram is you can finally find out what people think in like a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
So people can follow me at Nikki Dinky if they want to see a little more Jacques Poupin. Poupin.
Papin. Jacques Papin.
Content.
Oh, man, it's so awful. Yeah, NikkiDinkyCooking.com. You're going to come in to do the bread thing for us, the bread test.
The bread off.
Yeah, that's exciting. I really do love bread. I'm actually quite a bread connoisseur, so that's exciting.
We can do it blind or not blind. I mean,
You can say this is Tom.
Ooh.
Here's the thing,
my
though.
bread is my bread is going to look different.
I
than
know,
this.
but you don't want Tom to. You have to think ahead of people being. There's a lot of people who are not willing to concede in bad sports, so you have to worry. I'm looking at this one. So if Tom happens to be like that, you're going to get the old, like, well, Nikki, she's clearly very heavily attracted to you.
Well, he's going to do that. He's
Yeah.
going to do that anyways because he's a drama mama.
He is a drama.
Yeah,
mama.
he's a drama mama.
So
Well,
now,
she was planned. Whatever. He's gonna come
I
up with some
believe she'll be
excuse.
impartial.
No, tell him I don't like either of you.
Yeah.
I'm coming in as a real non-person.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, what the hell?
he goes, Nikki, listen, she's a great judge, but I mean, really unpleasant person.
She's a big Dan person. She loved Dan and she hates Bob.
She loved Dan, and her heart left with him.
I do love Dan. I do love Dan.
Of course. Has he asked you to be on Soder? The new podcast?
No, not yet. I'll
Wow.
hit him up. Slide into his DM.
Wow, I think it's over. I think he didn't he do
I
it.
think it's ending soon. Yeah, I don't know.
Jeez, guys. There goes that shot.
Well,
that was my big shot at fame right there.
you always have a third microphone here at the bonfire. When you're here, you're family. Has anybody used that yet? When you're here, you're family. Ooh, we should trademark that.
You guys are a real weird family. You love Jacob, but you'll rib at him for 20 minutes. It is
I
family.
love Jacob.
Can I say one?
He
this,
lives
to me,
in a bubble.
I honestly think because this is why I defended it so strong. Maybe it's just the way I grew up. He was always number one. Everyone I know, he's a household name to me.
Right, but now you got to think about this. You
He
don't
was
know
a
anybody.
household name, so
In your household?
You don't know anybody, and you don't
No,
hang out with
many-
anyone. So there's no one you have to compare this to.
But then how would I think any different? Then,
Because
then
you
you
believe-
shouldn't believe me.
because
then
you
you should
believe
know
that-
that I'm why I feel the way I do.
Because you
I think he's
believe-
a household name.
Because the dolls in your mom's house that nod whenever you talk, you believe, because that's the only people you're surrounded by.
He
You have to
was
get out there and
the
meet
guy.
people.
But you should be willing to be open to learn that the world
Isn't
around
your
you has
YouTube
changed.
algorithm?
Yeah, dude, you're not in like
It's not YouTube algorithm alone. Like I said, maybe like I said, it's just the way growing up. He was the household name.
Does your antenna TV only get PBS? You're like, this guy is all over the TV.
Dude, if I do a Brady Bunch reference on stage, the kids are like, "What?" Like, there's
It's
people
not
in the front
really
row. They're
that
like, "What
old,
is that?"
though.
Yeah, but dude,
He's not that.
He is.
out of the loop.
His show was in the '80s.
90s probably. Maybe the last was the late 2000s.
Nobody watched
early
PBS in the
2000s.
90s.
Bobby, call your mom on the phone and ask her if she knows who Jacques Pepin is. I will do the same with my mother.
Ask her if she knows who Joe Logano is.
She doesn't know either. My mom doesn't know either of those. Ugh,
Yeah.
this is
I
crazy.
guess I also stay away from
Yeah.
what would be a popular thing because I detest the Food Network.
You ask her.
Your mom?
Yeah, when she comes on. Yeah.
Mama Kelly?
Ma, hey Ma.
Hi, how
Ma,
are you?
you're live on the radio right now. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I have a question for you. Jay's going to ask you a question. Can you just let me know if you know this person or not? Jay.
Mrs. Kelly, are you familiar with Jacques Pepin?
You already said it wrong.
Jacques Pepin?
Yes.
Jacques Pepin?
Oh, yeah.
Who is
Thank you.
who is he?
He's a chef.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Dad loved him.
Who's the you mean Larry?
Not Papa. Yeah, your dad.
Right. So
So you
Kristen got him a cookbook.
is he famous now
Well, he is to me.
thank you.
in your world?
So that doesn't count anymore. Everyone's world, everyone lives in the silo.
So let me
No,
ask you a
like
question. Mom,
This means, Jacob, you should be hanging out with older women.
Mom, how old are you?
Oh, that's not you don't like the answer you got.
29,
That's it.
you know that.
You don't like the answer.
Mom, who's the most famous chef right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Guy Fieri.
We didn't even think of Guy Fieri.
I thought you were a Democrat.
No, I just know how you feel about him. That's why I said that.
Listen,
He's a chef.
is Jacques Pepin famous, the most famous chef right now?
Well, probably not right now. I like Ina Garten and there's a whole bunch of others, I guess.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Mom. I love you.
I love you too. Call me. I'm coming up to New Hampshire soon.
Okay. Awesome. I love you. We closed on the house. Bye.
Oh, good. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Good.
She's excited for you.
You say goodbye to Nikki?
Oh,
Nikki, sorry, that was my mom.
Nikki, that was Bobby's mom.
No, it was so sweet. I love that. Was just like, I don't know. She sounds so sweet. I was like, oh, let's talk to her.
Now that she's off drugs.
Yeah. Try living with her. Try living with
I
you.
forget that she's only a few years older than you.
She's 70. She's 70. Go fuck yourself.
That's pretty wild, though. My mom's 66.
She had me when she was 18.
Yeah, my mom's
Yeah, like
66.
my dad's older than your mom.
Really?
You call your mom now, and Jay,
What?
you're calling your mom now?
I'll call my mom. This is going to let you down, I think, though.
I don't know about that.
Well, my mom's 72.
We grew
I
up eating
think.
hoagies for dinner.
We should probably tell her happy
There you go.
anniversary.
There you go. You got one, but she did say not now.
Wait, should we let Nikki go?
Oh, yeah, we do. We have to let Nikki go. I'm
Nikki-
sorry. Nikki, we're holding you hostage here. Thank you. But NikkiDinkyCooking.com. We're going to have her in again very soon. Thank you so much for making Jacob feel stupid.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
I love Nikki.